Alright, welcome back. This is MDawg. We're doing Cozy Dog leveling series, experience, whatnot. Sitting here taking a look at where we are. So we're 40% on ground bait, as I've said. I think for now that's good. We're 46.8 on harvesting bait, so we want to reach 50% so we can start making fish pieces and continue to press forward towards being able to cut up safe and mackerel. Just 60%, I believe, and we're at 34.1 bottom, so we want to get to 35 and be able to do a little bit of carp fishing, potentially at copper. Okay, that's where we are. Where are we on points? We've got 5 available points. So the question then is, where do we want to fish? Obviously, we need to make a lot of egg dough. We've already sort of discovered this. We've got 64. So we probably need, I don't know, we need a lot of wheat dough, right? Sorry, wheat flour. Let's just get 30 for right now. Alright, I think we go try out. So someone posted about 43, 32, clip 12 to 15. Let's go try that out. I mean, it's like middle of the day. It's not really time to fish for bream, but maybe roach will be there. Also, let's just go at least see the spot, see how the spot seems during the day. Now they were using pearl barley. I'm sure garlic dough is still probably working pretty good too. Let's just see what we think down here. It'll give us a chance to make some egg dough, see where we stand on egg dough. Nothing else. So 43, 32. So it's just like here. I'm assuming it's just sort of straight out here. That's what it looks like. Alright, so let's go. So for the first line, we're going to put pearl barley on. Especially, what they say, 12 to 15. Let's just do everything 14 clip. I kind of like to have the same clip if it's an active spot. Alright, so we put, that was size 8 hook. Let's go 10 with garlic dough. I think I said 14, didn't I? And then this one, let's do pearl barley again. And I think, you know, what we want to do is we want to, if the bream start biting and they're pretty active, we probably want to increase the hook size a little bit. But for now, just to see, do we have an active bite during the day? I like having a little smaller hook size on. Alright, do we even have any of this stuff for ground bait if we wanted to? Okay, so we're almost out of feed. Okay. But we need to buy some more stuff if we do want to, just for fun, continue to level ground bait a little bit. But what we're more focused on is egg dough. And we're just wondering, can we hit 50% here? I doubt we have enough to hit 50, but if we can make progress... Okay, there's 47. Alright, we're on a roll here. Just don't stop until we stop the roll. Alright, there we go. Getting any bites during the daytime here? Alright, so this is the spot. Now, if nothing's happening during the day... I mean, there's plenty of other things we could do during the day, although it feels like we're close enough to nighttime that maybe we don't want to move off. So I'm going to just kind of sit here for a little bit. We'll make some more egg dough. Alright, looks like we are getting a daytime bite. Now if it's a roach or something, it might nibble for a while. 47.2. They are slow coming, these points. 47.3. It's always nice to get on a roll though, right? Okay. We do have a fish on. Oh, if this is common carp spot, might change our plans quickly, although it could just be a really nice bream in the middle of the day. Who knows? I don't know. It's wandering back and forth. I'm skeptical that this is anything other than common carp. Oh, wow. That is bream. I need to chill out then. Imagine what a trophy would feel like if this is a, you know, 3.5 kilo or whatever. Alright, we finally got him coming in. Yeah, that is a healthy bream. Wow. 4 kilo bream. We didn't even get a bottom feeding point for it, by the way. Alright, that was on garlic dough, so we'll have to keep track. If garlic dough is the best still, we'll switch to that. The post I saw about this spot did have somebody using pearl barley, so apparently pearl barley works pretty good here too, but ooh, 47.4? When the dig gives you a point at this stage in the game, that is big time. I mean, that could be like 10 less stacks of egg dough we have to make. $47.8. It's like garlic dough might be coming through again. And this is what, 47.9? Hey, we're almost at 48%. We'll take it. There you go. This is why by the time you level up bait harvesting, people typically have hundreds of thousands of egg dough. Premium and happy hours will help a little bit, but it's brutal. Alright, so let's see what this is on pearl barley here. It looks like second fish is on garlic dough. Alright, that is a roach. So that's helpful to know if roach are active during the day. We could maybe go even smaller hook and actually try to catch more of the roach. Oh, a crucian as well? Nobody's given us bottom points, but we are catching fish. Oh, that fish got away. This is where, you know, we're using decent hooks. You can always upgrade and get even nicer ones. But sometimes it just happens, to be fair. Not always an explanation for it. Can we get another couple of points here? $48.5. We're making a lot of egg dough. We really want to hit fish pieces. So first fish on pearl barley for this ride. Also a crucian. Crucian coming in on the pearl barley reasonably well. That's the second one at least. And we've had one bream and one roach. That's pretty much the story of this spot so far. Very slow, but it's nighttime. We're hoping it, I mean, it's daytime. We're hoping at nighttime that maybe the bream bite rate will be a little better than this. It does make you nervous though. You're used to good bream spots during the daytime usually produce pretty consistent small bream. What is going on, man? We're just like cursed on this bait harvesting right now. We're still so early. The fact that egg dough is not working any better than this is alarming. Wow. Oh, fish got away? Wait. Maybe that's the previous message still? I think it is. Oh, it's another crucian. Don't mind seeing that at all. It's painful. We just need to find somewhere with an active bite rate right now, don't we? Maybe we go try that, like, I don't know. Maybe, probably not this time, because we're going to try this at least part of the night for... But you know, that Rofe trophy spot at Mosquito is still... Not that we necessarily trophy it, but we'd probably get some decent rough. We might hit a random point there. We just need to find spots with more active bite rate. We got to get this bottom fishing engaged. Holy moly. Oof. 2 fish in a row on this rod. 2 crucian in a row. If we can't hit 50... We need one right here. Okay, there's a little bream. A white bream. I mean, this, we're starting to see all the species. $49.7. All right, so we're at 49.8, which means at any time we could get a 0.2 and hit 50%. But we'll know it immediately if it's going to happen. All right, so there's 49.9. Of course, not 2 in a row. There it is. Okay, 50%. So now we can make cornmeal porridge, or we can cut fish into fish pieces. But if you're trying to level it just forever and as quickly as possible, what you're supposed to do is just keep making egg dough. Which, as you can imagine, the higher level you get, the slower it gets. But what this means is we can now, so we could make cornmeal porridge, corn flour, get some wheat flour, got a little bit of sugar left. We could make a little cornmeal porridge, that probably give us points, but it's more expensive than egg dough. That's why you're supposed to keep making egg dough. We also bought the cheap fillet knife from the hardware store a couple episodes ago. So we can see how much these fish are worth, but anything that's over 500 grams, we can turn into fish pieces and possibly get points for that. Now, one of the reasons why it's nice to bream fish, because if you have this unlocked, now that one's too small, but a lot of times if the bream is not big enough to be a marker, it'll still be big enough to be cut into fish pieces. And that's kind of what you're looking for. Here's the perfect example. What a perfect fish. It's over 500 grams. It gave us points in bottom fishing. We could not ask for a better fish. This fish really came through for us. All right, so let's turn it into pieces of fish. Let's see what happens here. $50.5. It gave us one piece. Which again, we can keep doing that, but we probably don't want to wait just on that to hit %60. I think we make a few cornmeal porridge, we make a few honey dough just so we have those baits. And we make a few fish pieces, hopefully, if we're catching a few. Right now, the only ones we have are these two. Because if there's not a cafe order, we can look, but they might not be worth enough silver to justify just not turning them into fish pieces, but we'll see. Alright, I'm changing this to a large one hook. Now, I'm leaning towards putting a second garlic dough instead of pearl barley, but we'll see. Just seems to me that garlic dough is getting the faster bite right now. Oh, this is another perfect one. 34.4% bottom fishing. I am loving these bream that are letting us get a point in bottom fishing and have the potential for a point in harvesting baits. Can't win them all. Try to be patient, but I'm going to turn the second one to garlic dough. Goodness, we're close to camp. Do I have a bunch of tea? Do I have 20? We could do a few. If we catch a fish on garlic dough and we still haven't caught a fish on pearl barley, I'm switching at least one of them immediately. This is perfect. 866. Okay, here's the secret. If a bream weighs less than a kilo, don't keep it. It's not worth enough, and if there's a chance it's going to give you harvesting baits, or if you need the bait, cut it up. Alright. I said I was going to do it. Let's do it. We're going large one hook, garlic dough. Pearl barley is just a little slow, I think. Alright, I'm not going to make you sit through this. I'm going to make a bunch of tea real quick. Alright, we made a bunch of tea. And in that time, we did not catch many fish. I mean, there was only one fish on when I got back. And it was this one. Now, we do have something nibbling on pearl barley, which is kind of interesting. Ooh. 500 gram crucian. That's just begging to be turned into fish pieces. But anything like this that's over a kilo, we keep it and sell it. Just worth too much to start going crazy with the fish pieces. I mean, I guess it depends on how desperately you want to get to, you know, a higher percent of bait harvesting. But, you know, it'll come. If you're fishing for bream, or if you're trolling places, you're going to catch enough 500 gram fish to make a lot of fish pieces. So man, that's another nice bream. So, I mean, the bream are nice in this spot. It just feels to me like a little slow. But it's nice. It's okay. Well, we're leveling up our cooking. I'll give us that. Let's go check and see. Surely there's some fish on. I've been making tea for a minute and a half here. maybe longer. Oh wow, we don't have a fish on? Okay. This is a slow spot. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's the dead part of the night, but if it's a good bream spot, they will persist through the dead part of the night, and they have really not. Although that's 34.6 on bottom fishing. That is some good news. This one's still on pearl barley, by the way. So we've got 2 on garlic dough, and then we've got this one on pearl barley still, which there's just no way. I mean, this is a, you want the best shot of bream. 34.7, come on. You want the best shot of bream. I really think garlic dough is the way to go still. But I've heard from people that our spot over here, the 44 spot or whatever, is getting a little slower. Now, it may still be okay. It probably is still maybe a little better than this slowness. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure. It seems like there's maybe several average bream spots. I don't know if any of them currently are like rising to the surface as being epic, but I could be wrong. It's been a while since I've tried any of them. We at least got a chance to level up bottom fishing on a fish this nice. Speaking of leveling, if we're not careful, we're going to hit level 19 soon. Come on, magic crucian, magic crucian. We are starting to build up some red worms. How many do we have now? 78. $34.8. We are 1 fish away, potentially. Every fish we catch now has a chance of pushing us to 35%. Ooh. Very thankful for this middle rod. How many fish have we caught on this middle rod? Like 75% of them probably? 34.9%. $50.8. Could this be the one? about that random 4 kilo bream we caught at like, I don't know, 4 p.m. or something? That was so strange. Come on, Bream. I know this isn't the most active Bream spot. I do just want to say that the sizes are kind of interesting. Like, you wouldn't be shocked to see a trophy come out of that spot, out of this spot. It kind of feels like a trophy spot, even though it's not like a high-powered, super active one. It's going to be another Crucian on Pearl Barley. Okay. And yet I just keep throwing it back out there, don't I? That dig, though. We have no energy. There it is. This is a big deal. Because one day, copper will be decent again and we can go on a trip. No, not that it's not. I mean, it's just the weather's been rough. This actually does open up a lot of possibilities, though. It's not unusual for there to be, even for like lower level farming stuff, for white bream or Crucian Givel trophies even. It's not unusual for there to be spots where you want to use carp rig. So let me show you what I'm talking about. We don't have any feeders in our inventory, do? Oh, we do. Okay. So you've seen me before on this series switch between Paternoster and basic bottom, right? And you kind of read the difference when you click on these two. Well, what we just unlocked by hitting 35% was classic hair rig. It says this rig is used in sinking boilies or pellets. The best result is achieved when fishing on bottom with solid ground, sand or clay. The rig can be used on slightly silty or grassy bottoms. So, to use this, there's a couple things we need to get that we've never used before in this series. A lead core and a carp hook. We don't have a carp hook. We'll have to use a regular leader as well. But the lead core is a carp specific thing that you purchase from the store. Other than that, it's pretty much the same setup. Put a carp hook on, then you can put either pellets, sinking boilies, or a combination of both to fish with. So that's what we can now do. And that allows us to actually target carp at copper. So whenever we make our second trip to copper, we'll be able to use actual carp setups. Now obviously we won't be able to use PVA because we are only at 40% on ground bait and we're only at 35.8 on bottom fishing. So we can't make it or use it, but we can we can try to feed the water with carp ground bait. And that's why we made all that carp ground bait. There's another pieces of fish one. 35.2. We're rolling now. There's another one. Okay, so let's get one or two more fish here before we retire. Under a kilo. There's never Bream orders for Bream under a kilo. And they're just not worth very much, so I think it's a okay decision to go that route. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this one up here shortly. Thought we could see this last fish though that's nibbling away. See if it's 500 grams. Like it's gonna be under to me. Oh, perfect. That's crazy. Wow. Probably a roach then? Oh, just a baby. Alright. Okay. So we were at clip 14 there at that spot. It was okay. It ended up being 13. I mean, that's fair. That's fair. That'll usually get you what, like 75 silver or something? Even without the cafe orders? We're going to really have to see what we want to do with those crucians. We'll see what the market is for them. I think next episode we're going to hit level 19 just about no matter what we fish for. Hey, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 7 total? Well, that might have just answered the question then. We'll take the silver. Almost 25 silver for that. $106 silver. Wow. Alright, we don't have anything else that's over 500 grams that we would want to do anything with. So we'll take the silver. It puts us almost back up to 1800. Honestly, we're having such good fishing that even all the money we're spending on leveling bait harvesting and ground bait so aggressively, we're not really feeling it like I thought we would. Now, when we first got back from Norway, we were at, what, 2,200 or something? I mean, that first couple of episodes, or maybe that first episode especially, like, we were spending. But since then, we've been able to chill a little bit because we're, you know, doing really well on stuff. We've kind of dropped ground bait. We're good enough for now. And, yeah, we're good. I mean, frankly, as soon as copper is, like, good, stable temperature and we feel like we've got some spots to try, we're pretty much ready to go try copper. Now, we won't have PVA, so I'm still a little nervous about how how much well we'll be able to do, but it'll be worth a try, worth a shot. It'll be fun. And then after that, hopefully we'll have continued to make pieces of fish and gotten harvesting baits to or close to 60%. We may have to make, 100 more egg dough or something at the end just to get those last few points or whatever, or half point or whatever. And then we can do our next trip to Norway. So anyway, this is just an interesting leveling experience. If you're going completely free to play, obviously your experience will be a little different from this. Hopefully there's still stuff you can learn though, as we have tried to fish a lot of the spots and kind of go with the flow on stuff that's working. But taking these trips to Copper, and especially Norway, are certainly very inexpensive, and they make for really nice little boosts to your, especially your silver, I guess, with Norway. So it's an interesting way to do it. All right, as always, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.